and that's.
Charles, you're not on the list, but since you're such a regular customer, we'll
Well,
let you
While he's
speak.
coming up.
I'm gonna try to be less than 4 or 6 or 10 minutes that's been going on today. But I understand you're now changing your policy and setting a precedent that any time when the citizen comes up to talk, there is no time limit in the
You
future.
misunderstood.
What?
We don't have a timekeeper here tonight.
Well, you don't, he usually is there,
Well, he doesn't have his sand machine.
but I don't, that isn't an acceptable
I
excuse.
totally agree with Charlie. Either we're gonna change the procedure or,
Well, then you can't ask questions from here.
well,
All right, I'll tell you what, I'll entertain the motion that we go home.
Wait a minute, let me make a comment to that, and this is the way I feel about this. We're elected to do a job, and we're here doing that job tonight. And we fuss and complain because we don't get enough citizen involvement. And then when we get citizen involvement, we tell them that, hey, I know you've been dealing with this for over a year, but you only get 3 minutes to talk about it. I don't agree with that. I'll stay here till 9 o'clock. If we'll get citizens to come in and they feel like they've been heard, all this legal jargon, we throw that junk out the window. We need to listen to the people that are paying the taxes in this county. And I'm not saying nonsense. I'm not saying somebody gets up there, and we all know who I'm talking about, and plays rooster crowing for 3 minutes. That's ridiculous. But we got legitimate stuff that was being discussed tonight, and I don't think we need to put a cap on that kind of thing.
but Doug, I totally agree with you. But we either have to be consistent with what we do or don't do anything.
Most
Or don't
folks,
say anything.
and I'll say to Mr. Mr. Stansel stepped up to that podium and he had his ducks in a row. You get somebody up there that's done that kind of research and done that kind of homework, hear them out.
But then, Doug, you had Mayor Patrick standing right up there, and he just said, well, then, I don't know what the statement
All right, let
made,
me ask you this, how many citizens' comments do we have? We have
It
3.
doesn't matter about how
We
many
have
we
3.
had,
So
Doug,
if we
but
let
we
'em all-
gotta be consistent.
If we let them all go 10 minutes, that's 30 minutes out of our life, but it makes a lot more difference to them than it does to me. That's just me. Y'all do what you want to do, that's
I
fine.
personally rather talk to the person face to face than all this garbage up here.
But all
So
I'm
anyway,
saying.
I'll entertain a motion.
I don't
to
like
go.
all
Sir,
this.
now see here, when you're gonna go cut us off,
Yeah. I do
why
too.
you gonna cut us off and
No.
you're gonna let everybody else? Now, what I'm saying is, Mr. Chairman, and you're the one that has to conduct the meeting. No offense against Mr. Stanson. Mr. Stanson stood here for about 16 minutes.
Yep.
Mary got up and you said, don't take it lightly or something like that. Now, come on now. Now, what do you think she's gonna put on her blog?
I'll say this, I'll chime into that, I'll chime into that.
She would twist it whichever
Mary
way
and
she can.
Charles, you guys both get to speak. You speak at every meeting.
We take time to come too, though.
Exactly. But you guys get your floor time. Y'all have had over 3 minutes of time over all the years. So I shudder to think that you'd get offended that a gentleman that stood up with the stuff that Mr. Sanstel had together, that is major concerns of you guys as well all the time, and he's bringing it to the podium, and we're going to throw rocks about who gets how much time. That's just, to me, that's just totally
Throwing
ridiculous.
the rocks, I'm just saying is that we need to be consistent on what we do.
I don't have a problem with that. I erred, okay? Let's go home.
You make that motion?
I will make it.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.